All right, so operation. So now it's time to start making some money, right? What's a car like this? What's a consistent dollar amount you can get for a car like this? Like
Let's just round it at $500.
Well, these guys claim it's like a $700 a day car. Some of these guys.
If you want to use that number, you can. But
yeah.
I mean, like I said,
you have more experience with the GLE because I've never owned one.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. We definitely priced it at $700. You know, when it first came out. Now we onboarded a 63. You know, a little more sporty, a little more power.
That's a nice car.
That one is definitely warrant for a $700 price tag. A 53 on a high is about $600. $700 is a little rough.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, so I would keep it between 5, 6. You know, if you want to put 7, you can put 7 though. Let's go to the top of the pyramid.
Yeah, let's just give them as much slack as possible.
Yeah, correct.
You know. Okay, so 700 because I gave myself some slack when I added the tag.
Perfect. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll get it back now.
So we got a $700 per day revenue. Keep in mind, you're only getting 70%. Well, not only 70%. That's a fair share. But it's $700 in revenue. See my phone?
There it goes.
What is 70% of $700?
We're doing this live.
Yep.
So you can see the numbers.
You're getting 490 a day. Times 0.7 equals 490 per day. And that's gross. That's before you factor in any expenses of the payment, nothing. That's after the car goes out, the customer pays 700. The guy you paid 25K to, he takes his 210, you get your 490. That's how it goes. 490 a day. So let's hold that up real quick just to show everybody. Operations, see? That's the fun part, like I said. $700 a day, supposedly what people are getting. Obviously, Alan has more experience and he tells you you're not going to get that, but, you know, 700 a day times 0.7, because you're getting 70% with the 25K down payment, and you're at $490. Okay. So you just made your first $490. Time to go to the Louis V store, right? Wrong. $490 a day, right? Let's say this car, you have a bang-up month, it goes out 15 days. It goes out 15 days, you get back-to-back 3-day weekends, and
no accidents.
No accidents.
No downtime.
Nothing.
No curved rims.
No curved rims, and sorry. It's just smooth sailing. There's not one hiccup, not one phone call if I got a flat tire. Nobody curves a rim, nothing. Just complete headache-free
10 out of 10.
15-day month.
Only Hamptons customers.
Yeah, exactly. $490 a day. So you're making $490 times 15. That number is, keep breaking out the iPhone calculator. 490 times 15. That's $7,350.
That's a good month.
That is. It's a lot of money, man. That's more than, that's like double the average salary in this country right now.
Yeah.
Off of Mercedes.
$7,000 of a month off of GLE is a big month.
That's a big
now
month.
I'm gonna say this just to put this out there. When we first in 2020 when the GLE 53 Coupe was relaunched in a new body style, we were definitely charging $700.
Yeah.
And we were getting it. But I'm gonna say this not as a hit to anybody first starting out. If you are a company like Sam's company, RNS, or obviously us with BluStreet Exotics, because we have the marketing and the team and the customer base, we're probably able to charge more of somebody brand new who's just buying a car.
Yeah, people that are just marketing on Instagram, like your SEO's been going for a while, so you can get that. My SEO is starting to get there. You know, so when you're in front of customers and you have a good name, so people will pay more to go to somebody reputable.
And they're going to get a good product from us.
Exactly.
So
they're not going to get a messed up car. Yeah. Which is very important up here. Up here, people really care about quality. That's the one thing I noticed.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so we're at $7,350 gross. But remember, you have $2,008 a month in car payments and insurance. So that's got to go. $2,008, and I'm going to do everything down to the cent. This is your fixed. These are fixed expenses, which means obviously they don't change within the month. They don't change month to month. They're always going to be the same.
Let me ask you a question. We're talking about fixed.
What's up?
So now, if that car gets crashed, it's down for 2 months. What do you still have to pay?
Insurance and car payments.
This is a huge thing. We don't mean to laugh.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, this is a huge thing that we're talking about right now because a lot of people ask this question and they ask it as if there's like some sort of
cheat code or something.
Cheat code that'll happen. And you know what? Let's put an accident aside. what happens if a car goes down for maintenance failure from these dealerships? It's been happening. You know, you could buy a brand new car and it could have issues from the dealership.
100%.
No knock to Cadillac, but when we bought our 2021 and 2022 Escalades, they sat at the dealership for over 2-3 weeks, and we weren't able to make
those engine problems, right?
Engine problems,
Yeah,
transmission problems. It was a whole bunch of issues, electrical
Absolutely.
issues. It was an absolute nightmare.
And the people don't understand, like, that happens. Like,
Yeah.
I've had warranty issues. I mean, I'm having a warranty issue now that
Yeah.
I'm dealing with that, you know,
Yeah.
where I'm paying a payment for a car that I don't have. So,
Correct.
you know,
Yeah,
it happens, man.
And another thing too, one of the biggest things that we hear across the board is, oh well, if a car gets into an accident, do insurance pay loss of use? The answer to that question is it depends.
Yeah, it's very dependent.
That is a real thing. And
Yeah.
insurances do pay business loss of wages, but it is not as cut and dry as you think. So if we
Yeah.
have the car price at $700 a day, there's a lot that goes into what they ask for to prove how much business you actually have.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean if the car is down for
Yeah.
30 days that they're going to pay you 30 days at
Exactly.
$700.
And it doesn't
that
even,
doesn't happen.
and they don't even care. Yeah, so what? It's in your contract. At the end of the day, they're gonna be like, dude, yeah, it's in your contract, but you're not renting this car 30 days a month. So
Correct.
why should we pay you $21,000 for the car being down for a month when
Correct.
you're not renting it 30 days a month? You know. So yeah, and most of the time you got to sue for that, from my experience.
And for my Toro guys, they're not paying $1 of loss of use.
They pay
Nothing-
like $40 a day.
Yeah,
Tops.
I mean, I've heard kind of both. I've heard
Yeah.
some stories where they get some,
Yeah.
and I've heard stories where they get none, and they just fix the vehicle.
Yeah.
So that's another piece, and it's based off of how many bookings that you have on the app.
Absolutely.
So that's what makes it very complicated.
And then
Nothing wrong with Toro, by the way. That's a good business for some people, but
Yeah.
I'm just talking about as far as the loss of wages.
and then the other fun part about accidents is Carfax
Oh yeah,
and your diminished value.
especially on exotics.
Yeah, absolutely.
You take the biggest beating possible.
Absolutely. You lose 10% on an exotic. On a Benz, how much do you think you'd lose with like a minor?
I mean,
Like
it's still,
5%, 10%?
It might be, it's actually much higher than you think. Probably
Really?
like 8%.
Wow.
Yeah, just off that one. It doesn't matter. And a lot of people say, oh, it wasn't that big of an accident.
Don't
Especially
matter.
with exotics,
Yeah.
they don't care.
Oh, yeah.
And
If it's on the Carfax, it's on the Carfax.
Yeah, because they don't
Yeah.
know how
Yeah,
big the
exactly.
accident was. It
Yep.
becomes an absolute nightmare.
Even if you get a rock chip and you get it painted and somehow gets reported to Carfax, it comes up as a minor. It doesn't say, oh, the guy got a rock chip. It
Correct.
comes up as minor damage reported. And as soon as you see that, minimum 10% gone. At least an exotic from my experience. All right, so the car rented for 15 days, your first month in the business, you're killing it, you're on top of the world, you're ready to run to the bank. But first, you got to pay the bank. Paid your payment, and you got to pay your insurance company for your insurance coverage. Okay, so $7,350. That's what you grossed after the guy you paid $25,000 to rent your car gives you 70%. So $7,350 in gross. We got $2,008 for insurance and your car payment. You're left with $5,342. Sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money
That's a good month.
to make in a month off one car.
Yeah,
that's a
mint.
lot. Think of it. That's like a full-time job right there. Just your
Yeah.
car getting rented. Not so fast. What are we going back to? Depreciation, right? So you did 15 rentals. We're gonna start. Okay, guys. So let's just do this real quick, just to give everybody an update. See, this is your revenue, your fixed monthly expense for the car, and we're not factoring in anything else, gas, any other dollar that you might have to spend, which
Car washes,
anything, staff,
building.
rent, anything, child support if you got it, nothing. This is just you renting the car. That's your revenue split. That's your 70%. That's your fixed expense, which is your payment, your insurance, and nothing else. So if you had no other expenses for the month involving your car, you're at this number, which is $5,342. Sounds pretty good. And what are you ready? You're ready to go buy another car, right?
Yeah.
Two
Double it
cars
up.
will make 10 grand a month.
Correct.
Maybe I get a Huracan and make 20 grand a month. You never know.
60
Now-
if you're some people.
60K a month. Yeah, it goes out 60 days a month at $1,000 a day, right?
How you lock it in?
All right. So, 5,342. Here's the fun part nobody ever talks about. Nobody ever wants to talk about this. Let's leave our cost basis separate. This is depreciation, which is inevitable in any car, unless you bought like a Bugatti Chiron or something. Depreciation. So you rented your car 100 times a month. I mean, 15 times a month, sorry.
Too much jokes.
Yeah, too many jokes.
100 times a
15
month.
times a month. So I'm assuming that these people actually drove the car and put miles on it.
Correct.
They didn't just park it and you had like a 0 mile month. You had 15 rentals with nobody just driving, just paying you, right? So 15 days. We'll say each rental.
I would do the 100. Just keep it
100,
low.
exactly, 100 miles.
Yeah.
We're gonna easy numbers, easy round numbers. So you're at 1,500 miles just for the month on your car, and that's just customer miles. That's not miles delivering it.
Yep.
That's not miles going to the car wash. That's not miles going to the gas station. That's not miles of you maybe going to pick up your girlfriend or going out, having a night out in the town.
Correct.
That's just your revenue miles. What did we say Benz depreciates like $1.50 a mile?
I mean, we were just being nice and saying $1.
Okay, let's say $1. So you got 1,500 miles times $1. So for that month, you had another $1,500 in depreciation. Obviously, you're not going to see that till you sell the car, but that expense is there. So this is a negative. The plus 5342, we're going to put a plus because that's money coming in.
Yeah.
This 1,500 is a negative. So let's bring the board back up. Show everybody the math. Depreciation, you had 15 days, 100 mile each day. 1,500 miles. You have 1,500 miles times $1 of depreciation per mile. You're at $1,500 of depreciation. So now, you take your 5,342. You're going to subtract another $1,500. And now we are at
The classic iPhone calculator.
always trusty. We're at $3,842 in profit. This is after everything. And this is pre-tax profit.
Pre-tax. We're not talking about employees.
Yeah.
Not car washes.
Nope.
No maintenance.
Nope.
No building expense.
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing else.
No headaches, nothing. You
No
didn't even-
marketing. We didn't talk about marketing.
Yep.
No, we
Absolutely
didn't talk
not.
about advertising.
Nope.
We haven't even gotten into that yet.
Yeah.
It gets interesting.
Absolutely, man.
About how much money you actually make.
To run a real
We
business.
didn't talk about gas.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about tolls, easy
Yeah.
pass, red light tickets.
Yeah, 100%.
We haven't touched any of that. Lawyers. Yeah. Gonna need that.
Yeah. Hopefully they never have to find out about that.
Yeah.
But so now we're at $3,842 in the month for profit, right? That's with a bang up 15-day month. That's a month from God himself. That's with you getting top dollar for your car too, which was the number 700 a day for a GLE 53, which Alan has a GLE 63 and he says he gets 700 a day. So a GLE 53 is more like 500 a day, but me and him, it's Super Bowl Sunday, we wanted to be generous. So you're at, this is just factoring in depreciation, your payments, you're at $3,842. Now, you put up 25K. So you're out 25 grand. This $3,842 is still going towards you recouping your initial investment that you gave the person to rent your car out. So let's do the math. We got 25,000 divided by $3,842. That's going to tell us how many months it's going to take for us to just break even in a perfect scenario every single month to break even on our initial investment. And that's
That's not including the slow winters, possibly like we were talking about before,
Yep.
the car going down for any reason.
Absolutely
It's
not.
funny, our GLE, even though it's decently new, 6,000 miles, has been to the dealership all week for a boost leak.
oh my God.
So a 6,200 mile GLE was probably making about half the horsepower, had a massive boost leak, and has been sitting at the wonderful people at Mercedes of.
And that wasn't even something you guys did. That was just a
It wasn't
warranty
even a
issue.
customer. It was just a warranty issue. Yeah,
Yeah.
they said, yeah, this is just, this happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
sorry, your $140,000 truck is be with us for Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Probably one of your biggest weekends.
Yeah.
So we're at 6.5. So it's going to take you 6.5 months of. This is 6.5 months. Let's just break even on your initial $25,000 investment. It's going to take you 6.5 months of 15-day months, $700 per day, no accidents, no damage, no miles other than revenue miles, no employees, no car washes.
Yeah, nothing.
No anything, just literally your car and your car payment, and you need 6.5 straight good months of that, just to break even on your 25.
This right here is what you call the dream. If the business was like this, we'd have 70 cars each.
Exactly.
But this is not reality.
Unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, it is, but that's not where we live, guys. See? So we're at the $25,000 initial investment, $3,842 per month in profit after your depreciation,
All right.
6.5 months. So you need 6.5 perfect months of no hiccups, nothing, just to break even on your 25K. So obviously we didn't factor in all the crazy stuff because it's so variable.
Yeah.
But it's guaranteed to be there, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
100%.
Guaranteed to be there.
Yeah.
So chances are, you're gonna lose your shirt. The only way you're making money is in a perfect world.
And this is a business, and one of the biggest things I always tell people, like anything else, you came from a world of stocks.
Of course.
Right? And stocks and crypto is a very popular thing. It has been, crypto is more new, but in your world, in any investment, high risk usually equals high reward.
Of course.
And low risk usually equals, much more safer but less reward. The exotic rental car business and the rental car business period, whether you do exotics or not, in my opinion, is very, very high risk.
Absolutely.
You have a complete stranger or even somebody driving a car, and even somebody that you know is a perfect driver, you cannot control anybody who they're around.
Exactly.
And what's going to happen. We've had cars get totaled that were parked. I'll never forget. We had a car that was parked that got totaled because somebody hit it.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like a whole situation.
And it's not even something the customer did.
The customer
and that's
didn't
something
even
you
do it.
can't avoid.
Yeah, nothing you can do.
That's unavoidable.
So we just did this to just share with you guys that the business can be profitable. The business can make great revenue, but you have to be smart about your investment. And it is a lot more than you just buying a car that you think is cool. You really need to think about what you're buying, the price point, who you're going to be working with. Is that company or those individuals strong enough to really back you? Because let's just call a spade a spade. There's some guys in Florida and New York who actually have the real backing. There's some guys down in Florida who we know who really have a real business.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even a couple guys in New York who actually know what they're doing. We may not like them that much, but they actually know what they're doing.
You got to give them credit.
Yeah. So you have to understand this is not a hit to, saying that you cannot make money, but you just have to be smart about what you're buying.
Absolutely.
And it is a real business that has real expenses, and we didn't even go all over them. We didn't even go over all of them. We just went over a couple of pieces of it. So.
Literally a perfect scenario and this is not even a perfect scenario because this could never happen. This is physically impossible.
We know some people that might not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, we just wanted to have some fun with this. I'm going to just hold this up really quick so that you guys can see it one more time of our beautiful breakdown here.
And I know we broke it down multiple times, but let's go back over it for everybody. So you found this guy on Instagram. He told you, if you give me $25,000, I'll rent the car out for you, but I got to sell you a car too. So you gave him 25 grand. He found you a 2022 GLE 53 AMG. You paid 92 grand for it. You have great credit, you financed it, you got 7% APR, you live in New York State, so you paid 8.875%, you put down $0, you signed the drive. $1,708 a month for your car. You have a great insurance record, so you're only paying $300 a month for insurance. $2,008 with tax and insurance, that's your fixed expense. Operations, where you're making money, $700 a day, but you're not getting $700 a day, you're getting 70%. That was your agreement when you gave him 25K. You're getting $490 a day. 490 times 15. This is 15 days is is a gift of a month. A 15-day month is far and few in between. 15-day month. You made $7,350 in gross, minus your payment and insurance, you're at $5,342. Depreciation, your car went out 15 days. Each day was 100 miles. You had 1,500 miles on your car. 1,500 miles times $1 per mile in depreciation. You have $1,500 for that month in depreciation. So now your $5,342 profit is now $3,842. You still have to break even on your 25K. So 25,000 divided by 3,842, it's going to take you 6.5 perfect months with nothing, no hiccups, nothing, no variables, just to break even on this 25K. And that's completely unrealistic.
But you can't make money in this business. Let's not scare
Absolutely,
about it.
yeah, absolutely.
There is money to be made, obviously. If you're able to make 3,000
Because if there was no money to be made, we wouldn't be doing it.
Correct. If you're able to turn a profit of $3,000 a month, that is always a fun time to do.
Course.
But you just got to do it the right way.
Yep.
BluStreet Exotics. You got Sam from RNS. We're signing out. See you guys next time.